Hello guys, Lonevic here, and today we're back with Trudvang Legends for the fourth time. This is my fourth video about this game, and today we will be talking about the solo mode. So I will explain in the beginning of this video what changes when you want to play this game solo with one player only, and then after that, which will be pretty quick because the changes are pretty small, I'll be playing solo the first chapter of the campaign. So after the explanation, I will tell you when the moment comes that it's going to be full of spoilers. This was going to be a full spoiler on play. So if you don't want to know how the story goes in Trudvang Legends, don't watch after the explanation for the solo rules. But if you want to see how I did in the first chapter of the Chronicle, well, stay tuned. If you like the content on my channel and you would like to support it, you can always click the like button, hit the subscribe and ring the notification bell below the video to be notified about new videos on my channel. And right now, let's dive into the explanation of the solo rules for Trudvang Legends. Alright guys, so I've got the map already set up for the first chapter of the saga, and I set everything up as in a multiplayer game, and also I've set up the board for my single character, which is going to be Valerian, the Bard. As you can see, I chose the orange baggie and the orange base so that it doesn't mix up with my free-player multiplayer game that I'm doing. But after setting up all of the components and your character, you need to do one additional thing. You need to add one unselected hero as a hired hand for your character. And in this case, I will take Lidana, who is a witch, and I will make her the hired hand for my bard, and they will be traveling together. So what do you have to do in order to set it up? You take, obviously, the mini, and those two minis will be traveling on the map together all the time. And you need to find 4 level 1 feats cards, as you can see for the witch, which are marked with this little icon in the corner, which means that those are solo mode feats, and place them somewhere nearby. So as you can see for my witch, I've got Troll Strength 1, Silence 1, Soul Shatter 1, and Healing Flood 1. And also in your remaining cards, you should separate all of the level 2 and legendary cards that also have this single player symbol, because you'll be using these as upgrades. So I will put them somewhere off screen for now. You don't use the ultimate feats in solo play, which is also important. You should also add Lidana's hero card somewhere nearby as well, because we'll be placing rune tokens onto her card when we use them. And if this is not your first adventure, you should upgrade any of the feats one time per each adventure that you have played so far, starting with the level 1 cards. So if, for example, this was my third adventure, I would upgrade 2 level 1 cards into 2 level 2 cards from those marked with the solo. And then when you upgrade all the level 1 cards into level 2s, then you upgrade level 2s into legendaries. But I'm just starting my adventure, so I've got all the level 1 skills. Now the next thing you do is you need to allocate 1 rune token to each of the slots that you can see on those uncovered feats. So I'm taking, and when it comes to those slots that can take 2 different types of rune tokens, the only rule is that you can't put the same rune token twice on a card. So I should take this here, and like so. So this is the setup in the beginning. The last thing that you do for the setup is that you also take the starting item of your hired hand and you add it to the items of your main character. So I will add it below, and this is it. You're set up for a solo game. Now, what changes here in the solo game is that the hired hand acts as a support to the hero, and you can use the hired hand to assist yourself in tests and in combat. As I mentioned, the meanie of the hired hand stays with the hero at all times. They always form a party. And during combat resolution, in addition to the feats that the hero will uncover and try to complete from the bag, you can always use one of the feats of your hired hand, provided that it has an equal or higher amount of rune tokens than all the other ones. And then after you use this feat, you remove one token onto the hero card from the used feat. So you will be cycling through those feat cards. So for example, if in combat I would like to use this feat, after combat I will take off one rune token from it, and I won't be able to use this feat until all those others have been used at least once and also have one rune token taken away from those. And each feat can be used 3 times per game, because once a feat has no tokens left, you can use it one last time, obviously also if there are no more rune tokens on all the other ones, and then you flip it face down so that it's not usable anymore. When you are performing a test, you can use the runes on the higher hand's card or the feats of the hired hand, which match the test, and discard them into the pool, thus losing them completely from here in order to add successes to your test. And if your hero loses health, you can also discard any of the runes from here or from the hero card of your hired hand to make the hired hand suffer those wounds instead. The higher hand also grants you an extra exhaust effect that you can use, and when you refresh your hero, you also refresh your hired hand. And when the Book of Sagas checks for the specific classes or items or something like that, you also take your hired hand into consideration. The hired hand doesn't have their own health pool or chronicle points, and that's basically it. So if you followed me through with this explanation, this is how the playing with the hired hand goes. And right now, guys, we are starting the solo playthrough of the first story of the Book of Sagas, which is called Child of Light. So if you want to avoid any spoilers for the game, please switch off the video right now. You know how to play the game solo, more or less. And thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. My name was Lone Vic. This is Trudvang Legends. And, if you like the video, like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. But if you want to see how I will do in this first adventure, then stick with me. Okay, guys, so let's get into the Child of the Light. Here we go with the introduction. Travelers, welcome to Trudvang, a vast land of heroic sagas and epic adventures. Like many sagas, this one begins in the golden light of autumn as you sit about the fire drinking honeyed mead and sharing tales with your fellow travelers. Your respite is interrupted by a harried courier, happy to have found you so quickly. The courier presents a letter from your mentor, the ancient elf Kirionti, who trained you and so many others in your youth. He urges that you hasten to his tower in Aidland. You've not heard from him in a good while, but Kirionti is ancient and wise, and he would not seek you over trifling matters. In the pre-dawn light, you take the road, itself beset with the usual perils. Yet your hearts are uneasy for different reasons altogether. So we've got the adventure sheet 1 placed in the points of interest board, and all heroes start in Aidland. We need enemy cards 100, 101, and 102, which I will place on the side. So we've got forest trolls, Draugr, and Garms to encounter in this adventure. And we need to place 2 forest trolls in Branveld. So here, near the city of Ildebad, we put 2 Draugrs in Trollridge Mountains. Trollridge Mountains here. And also 2 Draugrs in Wildland, in the city of Storhavn. Okay, and then the book tells us to reveal point of interest A. So here we are in Eidland, the tower of the elf Kirionti, your old mentor. You received a message from him requesting your urgent presence. Okay, so this is it for the Book of Sagas right now, and we can use the travel action, engage action, or explore actions right now. And I think that I won't travel because I need to find out what happens in the tower and why Kirionti is summoning my bard and my witch to him. So I will skip the travel part, and we have no enemies here, so we need to draw an event card, and the event is Holy Stone of Gerbanis. You find a sacred place, pray and make your offerings to the gods. Each hero in the party must perform a Charisma 2 test. Okay, so Charisma, I've got 4 of it in the bag, so Charisma 2, I need 7 tokens, 7 rune tokens and 2 charismas drawn here. So let's see if I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4 tokens, and I've got 1 charisma already. And 5, 6, 7, and there are the 2 charisma tokens, so I've passed the test. Each hero that succeeds, your offerings please the gods, who bless you in return. You can discard 1 negative status from your miss track, but I don't have any, so that's quite okay. All right, so the event is passed. We can explore right now, and the exploration leads us to entry 1 in the Chronicle book. So let's get back to the story. Kirionti welcomes you warmly. I am relieved to see you again, my friends. My days are troubled and my nights restless. The Snow Saga is in jeopardy. From his pocket he pulls a mystic stone, beautiful and white, almost thrumming with power. I have guarded it for centuries. In my waking hours I kept it on my person, and at night it returns to the vault. You know well this task laid upon your mentor's shoulders, but you're unsure of the true extent of this artifact's power. You know Oktar, Jarl of Storhaven. Troubles stalk his lands, and he has asked me for aid. I would send you to Wildland if you're willing, but the hour is late, and your old rooms await you. We shall make counsel tomorrow. Your slumber that night is populated by a nightmare. A mighty warrior, taller than most men, passes your window, climbing the tower. He is armed with 2 massive cleavers that have never known honest work. You awake at midday. You've slept far longer than normal and feel weary as after a day of chopping wood. Very unnatural. You seek Kirionti, but no one answers. In his private quarters in the uppermost chamber you find your old mentor, dead in his bed, the sheets soaked through with his blood. A cry of anguish escapes you unbidden. Bloody tracks are apparent on the floor from the bed to the window. Someone must have climbed the tower. Was your dream truly prophetic? The Snow Saga. You race down the tower to the vault, only to find bloody footsteps on the marble floor, the vault door shattered and the Snow Saga missing. Poor Kirionti did not deserve his fate and had always stressed how vital it was that this mysterious artifact of the distant past never fall into the wrong hands. Now it has happened. Any hero in the party may perform an Intelligence 3 test to investigate the crime scene. Now, I have Intelligence 2, to be honest, but I don't want to use up any of the tokens from my hired hand, so I will skip this and continue. You can follow the bloody footsteps to seek your mentor's assassin, or go to Wildland and find Jarl Oktar as Kirionti wanted. We've done point of interest A right now, and we need to reveal point of interest B, which is Assassin's Tracks, and C, which is the Palace of the Jarl of Storhaven. So right now, I will mark those 2 points of interest. So the Assassin's Tracks would lead me to Trollridge Mountains, and The Jarl needs help in Wildland, and those are my two options after this part of the story. Okay, so this is a tough choice. I could go on to follow my master's, my teacher's killer, but I don't know whether they are easy to track down. But the Jarl of Storhaven needs the help that Kirionti talked about, and I think that my party will be more willing to forego their revenge, their personal revenge for now, and move on to help with anything that troubles the land right now. So in my travels, I will move to Ice Peak Mountains first, and then we have an event there because there are no enemies. So I've met a dwarven merchant. You meet a traveling peddler who offers you his wares with a warm smile. Each hero in the party must perform a Charisma 3 test. Okay, and if at least one hero succeeds, I will gain 1 XP, which is basically worth it. So let's see if I can draw 3 Charisma tokens out of the 4 I have in the bag, or will I need to support myself with my hired hand? This is 1, 2, 3. No Charismas right now. Damn it. Okay. And I need 4, 5, 6. That's 2 Charisma tokens. And let's see if I can pull out the third one. No. Okay. But this time I will help myself with my hired hand, and I will take this Charisma token from Silence and return it to the pool so that I have 3 and I pass the test. If at least one hero succeeds, his negotiating skills are no match for yours when it comes to bargaining, and each hero gains 1 experience. Where should I put my experience? I will put it here on the feat track. Okay, so this is the event, and in the explore phase, we don't have any point of interest here, we don't have any locations, so we can basically continue with our actions. So again, we will travel, and we will travel to the city of Storhaven. And right now, we need to engage the 2 Draugr who are plaguing this land. So let's take a look at how this battle will unfold. So first in the combat, we've got the planning step, obviously. So I'm taking 4 of my feats from the top of the deck. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we've got 2 battle chants, 1 strike and 1 mocking song. I don't have any items or companions with instant effects to activate. I have fast, but I don't know if I don't have any chronicle points right now. So let's start drawing the runes at this time. And here we go with the first 3 that I need. And those first 3 are, well, to be honest, very bad because I've got 2 misses. And I think that I will activate the mocking song. So to reduce the enemy's attacks by 2. Okay, I will draw a bit more, definitely. So another 3 tokens, please. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is my 3rd miss. But I've got 2 green ones. So I will start activating my battle chant, and I've got a lot of charismas. I don't want to block this. Okay, I will activate one of the battle chants to be sure that I have some defense ready in case they attack, and I will draw 3 additional ones still. Okay, and those 3 are going into the strike, and I'm launching my mocking song as well. And I think this will be it. I will stop right here in order to activate the positive status on my miss track, and let's resolve. So the miss track gives me 1 chronicle point, and now if I have any fast attacks or skills that I would like to use, this is the time to start using those. Now, I can't do fast because I don't have 2 chronicle points. Okay, I will definitely use this skill. So I will reduce one enemy's attack by 2, and I will also use this. One attack from any one hero deals +2. So those are the skills. I don't have any fasts to use, and then I need to resolve the attacks of the enemies. So my first enemy attacks, and they can only target the bard. So let's take a look at the enemy attack card. It's a -2, but it also activates this kind of ability, but the Draugr don't have this kind of ability, so this attack is for 0, so this does nothing to me, and the second Draugr attacks with a -1, and they also don't have this skill, so the second attack attacks me with 1, but I have the skill that one enemy attack deals -2 damage, so I'm basically safe right now. And now it's time for me to resolve my attacks and other skills. I didn't need to use block even. So I will attack for 3, and one attack from any one hero will deal +2 damage. So I will attack one Draugr for 5. They don't have any shield and they have only 4 health. So one Draugr is basically killed with this action. And I can't activate a second action of my helping hand because I can activate only 1 per combat, so this will be it. So I can't explore because there is still one Draugr in the wildland, so let's go back. I don't want to travel, I need to engage the Draugr once again. I need to do the preparation again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I've got God's Hymn, Strike, Sweet Melody, and Brave Ballad. Okay, so let's do the preparation phase again. I need 3 tokens here. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is 1 miss. I am going to put this one into God's Hymn. Any one hero gains +1 or +1. This is going to be good for later on, but I will also start activating the strike. I need to attack. Okay, and then here we go with 3 more, and I've got strike already activated, and I will also activate the Sweet Melody. And now, do I need to push my luck anymore? I would benefit from 1 more charisma, to be honest. That would be pretty sweet. I will risk it. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 3 tokens. Yes, I've got a miss. This green one is also a miss, and I've activated God's Hymn, and I will stop right here. Okay, so first of all, I resolve the miss track, which gives me 1 chronicle point. This is good. And then we've got skills and fast attack feats, if any. So I've got a fast keyword on my item, and well, this is a kind of a point of dispute because the rulebook says that you can activate your active item, use your active item during the last step of combat, but you can use fast keywords in the beginning of combat. So I will use this fast by paying 2C, and 1 attack from any one hero deals +3 damage, and this is going to give me 6 damage on this strike. And I will use my skills. I will use any one hero gains, and I will gain definitely a plus attack, because I'll be a DPSing bard, and I will also activate this skill. You and another hero gain 1 chronicle point. So this is mine. I'm not activating the helping hand. Right now, it's time for the enemy to attack. And this is an attack for 2 because it's a +0, but the Draugr has an exhaust or take +2 damage skill right now. So I would need to exhaust my character or take 4 damage because I don't have any protection with any of the skills, and also the witch can't help me with anything. But I will take it. I will take the 4 damage. I won't be exhausting myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, Hero and the Helping Hand can use the skills. I will use Healing Flood to heal myself for 2. Any one hero gains 2 health. And I will attack the Draugr for 3 plus 3, that's 6. And the Draugr is no more. And since I've cleared the land of all enemies, my character gains 1 XP. Okay, so now I can explore and interact with the point of interest. I could also do a refresh and gain 1 intellect for 2 chronicle points, but I don't want to do that, so let's go to the point of interest board and to the chronicle. So Jarl Oktar, the most powerful man in Wildland, warned Kirionti of the dangers in his land and requested your visit. He is still unaware of the murder of your old mentor. So let's go into the Book of Sagas. This is entry 27. Jarl Oktar's wealth is reflected in his palace, carved stone pillars, rich wooden furniture, and a table laid as though Amin was an unknown bane in Wildland. I think it was famine, but there's a spelling error here. You are admitted to the Jarl's presence a still vigorous man despite his grizzled beard. His adopted son and heir, Rendre, stands by his side. It saddens me greatly to hear of my old friend's death, the Jarl says after hearing your tale. Perhaps what happened to Kirionti is connected to what is happening here, Rendre adds. Discard point of interest C. You move to the banquet hall where Jarl Oktar explains his problems during the meal consisting of roast pork, steamed and buttered vegetables and rich dark wine. We heard rumors of a mysterious new religion. I thought it nothing at first. Fanatics performing sacrifices to the dark powers, and even worse. It's nothing new, but these call themselves the Ice Cult, and among their numbers I've confirmed are many persons who would normally be beyond suspicion. Meantime, a young woman garbed as a priestess of Nid offers the Jarl a fresh cup of wine. Thank you, Sister Nedra, the Jarl says, drinking deep. Suddenly he grasps his throat, his face turning red and his jaws clenched. He cannot breathe. Poison! Your eyes seek the priestess Nedra. She's trying to discreetly slip away from the hall. The poison must have been in the wine. While the guards immediately follow her, you leap into action. And there is a choice to make, and if there is a dim walker, so my witch, in the party, they can use their healing powers to cleanse the poisons. So I can read entry 10. Of course I'm helping the Jarl cleanse the poison from his body. With your hand on the Jarl's mouth and uttering a prayer to the powers beyond your healing magic, counters the poison's effects. His jaw is free and he gasps, gulping air. He is safe. Read entry 19. Thank you, my friends. I am forever in your debt, Jarl Oktar whispers, still recovering his voice. Meanwhile, the guards that chased the murderous priestess return, their expressions grim. My lord, she killed herself by jumping from a grand balcony rather than be captured. She shouted something about the Ice Cult and a queen. Sleeve personality card S12, Jarl Oktar the Brave. We have our first personality here, Jarl Oktar. We sleeve him at the beginning of each campaign for now in the Wildland, and when I combat here, I can use his block. One hero gains 2 block, and here is his token. Okay, and read entry 24. That woman arrived at court a week ago, pretending to be a priestess of Nid, the Jarl explains. She said she had been sent here to convert us. We found her amusing, so we let her stay. We never imagined she could have been part of the Ice Cult. Do you know where she is from? You ask. She supposedly came from a monastery of Nid in Dranvelt, but it could be a lie, the Jarl answers. Lie or not, it is your only lead to the ice cult. You vow to venture to this monastery to uncover this mystery. Storehaven without a leader would mean chaos across wildland. Reveal point of interest E, the monastery in Dranveld. There are rumors of troubles on the roads as trolls leave their lairs to hunt and the dead ones stir in their cold tombs. Place 2 draugrs in Ice Peak Mountains. Okay, so they're cutting us off here. And 2 forest trolls in Eastern Darkwoods. Okay, so we're kind of surrounded right now. Thank you very much. This is the Book of Sagas, and I think that we'll be following up on this ice cult right now. They wanted to kill the Jarl, so this is not gonna go easy. Let's move on with our journey. We're traveling here and encountering 2 forest trolls, which are enemies with 2 attack and 3 health. Let's draw some cards. 2, 3, 4, and here we are with the bag. 1, 2, 3 tokens first, okay. I will definitely activate Strike immediately with those, and I will block. And let's draw some more. 1, 2, 3. We've got 1 miss. I've got 1 charisma, and I will activate Sweet Melody thanks to the charisma and the intellect, and I will draw some more. 1, 2, 3 again. Whoops. Some more fell out of the bag than they should. And I've got 2 misses and a charisma. I will pass at this time. And this is the preparation step done. So let's resolve the miss track. I get 1. Oh, and the Bard's instruments were used in the previous combat. So now I have Dreamwalker's texts to use for 2 chronicle points, attack 3. If the target is a draugr, gain 1 chronicle point. This is going to be an easy combat. So I got 1 chronicle point, and right now I can use any skills. So I will use this. You and another hero gain 1 chronicle point. I won't be using, I think, any of the skills from my helping hand, because there is only Soul Shatter to use as an attack right now. And now the 2 trolls attack with 2 attack, and this is the first card with a +0. So I get 2 damage, 1, 2. And the second troll attacks me with a +3, reshuffle the enemy deck after the attack. So I am attacked with 5, basically. So I will lose these 2 runes from my helping hand, and I will lose only 3 health myself. Let's see how this goes, and now I need to reshuffle the enemy attack deck. Here we go. Okay, so now it's my turn to attack, and first I will use the strike, which attacks for 3, and this kills 1 of the trolls because they don't have any shields, and then I will use my Dimwalker's texts for 2 chronicle points, and this gives me an attack of 3 strength. If the target is a draugr, gain 1 chronicle point, but it isn't. It's a troll, but they die, so I get 1 experience point. And since this is my 3rd one, I am going to level up my character right now. So let's clear up this into the baggie. I haven't used anything here. The item gets recycled, these get discarded, and I'm taking 1, 2, 3 from the top. What would I like to? Yes, so I will take strike 1 and remove it from my deck. I will replace it with strike 2, and I need to reshuffle the feat deck right now. And from the 2 other cards, I will definitely take the Mocking Song on top, because this is a very good defense. And I will place the Sweet Melody on the bottom. Okay. So the character is leveled up and we can explore, but there is nothing to explore here. So I think I will try to journey further and see what's going to happen. And I'm going into Dranveld right now to encounter 2 forest trolls again. So let's take a look at my feats. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do the preparation. 3 that I will distribute here and here. I need the Mocking Song right now to block some attacks, because this might get very uncomfortable very soon. I've got only 3 health left. I will also try to activate strike 1. And here I've got 1 miss and I've got 2 green tokens. 1 goes on God's Hymn and 1 goes on the Battle Chant. And I will still pull 3 more. Come on. 2nd miss, and I've got the strike, and I also have God's Hymn activated. I will leave it at that. Let's see how my enemies will do. I have a fast one, but I don't have enough chronicle points for the fast one. Let's resolve the mistrack first. I got the chronicle points here, and I've got a +1 to my attack. I will use this one. So 1 enemy attack deals -2 damage, and I will use this one. Any 1 hero gains +1 shield or +1 attack, and right now I will gain +1 shield. Definitely might be useful for later on. Let's have some tanking here. Okay, so now it's my enemy's turn. So the first troll attacks for 2, and that's -2, and the skill doesn't activate, so we've got a 0. Pew! And the second one activates for -1, and also they don't have the skill, so they attack me for 1, but 1 enemy attack deals -2, so I'm completely safe. So now my attacks, and each forest troll has a health of 3, 1 strike for 4 attack, kills 1 of the trolls, and I will use the attack from my helping hand. So I will already take 1 of those tokens off. It's an attack with 3, so the second troll dies, and I can pay 2 chronicle points to gain 2 health because of this as well. So this was Soul Shatter. Defeated easily. The trolls are no match for me. I get 1 experience for clearing out the land, and now we're at City of Ildebad, but we have Point of Interest E over here. And Point of Interest E is the monastery that we need to investigate. So a monastery of the cult of Nid. It's uncommon to find one of them in Dranveld. Interact to read entry 29. Let's go into the book right now. Entry 29. Dusk deepens to night when you arrive at the monastery of the Tenet of Nid, from where Nedra reportedly came. It's an ancient construction, almost a fortress, with moss covering the walls. Discard Point of Interest E. Despite the late hour, a procession of hooded people is entering the monastery, conferring briefly with the monks who guard the entrance. Disguising as a hooded pilgrim could allow you to enter undetected. Each hero in the party must perform a Charisma 2 test. A bard succeeds automatically, and I am a bard! This is a success. If at least 1 hero succeeded, read entry 14. Let's go. So I snuck into the monastery right now to find out what the cult is all about. Lowering your cloak's hood over your features, you join the procession. The monks at the gates give you only a cursory glance and nod. The strange procession leads to the catacombs. You follow. While you go down the narrow stair, the man before you in the line suddenly stops. He's a big fella with a silver beard. He sniffs the air like an animal might, muttering, "Bad night," turns away, abandoning the congregation. You get a good look at him. As you follow the others, you're certain you won't forget his face. Read entry 16 and unlock side quest card 06, the Shadow of the Garm. This is my first side quest. I will place it here, the Shadow of the Garm. I will do it sometime later, but now it's entry 16 for me. You are in a temple under the monastery, one that surely doesn't belong to the tenet of Nid. Hooded figures gather before a pillar of black ice which shimmers with a sheen that fills you with unease. A tall monk, probably the high priest, stands before it and announces, "Brothers of the Ice Cult, it is done. The Snow Saga is finally ours. The relic is on its way to Darkwood, safe in the hands of two cleavers. The time is near." The image of a towering ogre wearing a big helm appears briefly on the pillar. He holds the Snow Saga in his hand. You recognize him immediately as the one you dreamed of, who stole the relic and murdered your mentor. The image fades quickly. The high priest stops abruptly and stares at you in surprise. "Intruders! Cold Mistress, grant us the power to defeat them." At his prayer, the pillar of ice behind him shimmers. In an instant, two of their number howl and rip out of their robes, changing into wergarms. If a hero in the party has the black crystal shard item and wants to use it, well, I don't have a black crystal shard item. Damn it. I placed two garms in this region, and those are specially marked because they will have different stats than usual. And reveal point of interest I. And those are the wergarms that are here, and since they are connected to a point of interest, I cannot leave until I defeat them. So wergarms have 0 shields, 4 health, 2 attack. There are 2 of them here. Whoa. Let's see. So I can't travel. I will jump right into the engage. It's good that I had some health restored previously, and a shield might be useful as well. Okay, so here we go. Let's try to kill them with one punch, basically. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm lucky today, to be honest. I will start launching Strike 2, because it attacks with 4, and I will also go for Sweet Melody, and I will start the battle chant for some protection. Let's draw some more. 1, 2, 3. I've got 1 miss, and I've got 1 green here, so the battle chant is already on, and this goes as a second miss. I will still go on. I need to activate the strike. Okay, I've got this to help me with the Brave Ballad. I've got another miss, and I will activate Sweet Melody right now, and I will still pull 3 out because I need the strike. I don't care if I don't manage to hit anything. So I've got the strike, I've got the Brave Ballad, and I've got a 4th miss right now. Okay, this is where I stop. This is where I say no. So let's go. First, I don't get anything from this track. I can't use fast. I don't have any fasts, to be honest, to use, but I will use my skills. You and another hero gain 1 chronicle point. You and another hero individual can choose to refresh or discard 1. I'm not gonna do this. I won't use anything else right now. I don't think I can kill them in 1 combat. Okay, so this is it. So now, off with the Garms. And the first one attacks for 2 plus 0, so this is an attack for 2, and I will block it with 2 here. And then the second one attacks for... it's a miss. And I need to reshuffle the attack deck. Whew, okay. So at least I survived, and now I will attack with 4, discard 1 from any hero, so 1 attack for 4. The Garms have 0 shields, as you can see, so one of the Garms is already dead, or were Garms in this case. And the second one, do I want to attack it with my Witch right now? No, I will use the Healing Flood from my Witch for the second time to recover health. And this is it. And I can't do anything else because I can't leave. I have to engage them again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's draw some tokens. Whew. This might be tight, to be honest. I won't die, but this can get tight. I have 1 miss, I have 1 fire, and I get 1 charisma, already activating a strike. 3, so this is a miss, and I will activate God's Hymn, to be honest, right now. And I will draw once more with 3 tokens, 1, 2, and 3. So this is a miss, and this one goes here, and this one goes here. Okay, I will stop right now. So I will launch my miss track, which will give me 1 chronicle point, plus 1 attack, and plus 1 defense, and I will launch my skill, which will give me plus 1 attack again, and I will use... I won't. I've got plus 1 attack, I've got strike. This is enough to kill the Garm. I won't be using anything from Lindana, I think. Or I will use silence. I will gain 1 chronicle point, and if an enemy ability is revealed, cancel it and gain plus 1 chronicle point. This might be useful. So no enemy ability, but he attacks me with a 0, so it's an attack with 2. And do I want to grab this 2? I've got plus 1 defense, so I'm only attacked with 1, and I kill him right now with my attack, with my strike for 3 plus 1, it's 4. So the Garm dies, I get 1 XP, and this is it. I can continue on with the point of interest I right now. After defeating them, I can read entry 18. So let's check out what's happening further with the Ice Cult. After your daring feat, you go searching for cultists, but they fled. In dark cells in the depths of the catacombs, you find the real monks. They'd been abducted by these mysterious cultists who disguised themselves as monks of Nid to use the monastery as a base for their blasphemous plans. They are very grateful and invite you to visit them whenever you wish. In addition to thwarting the Ice Cult in this region, you discover an important lead about the theft of the Snow Saga. Sleeve location card S14, Monastery of Nid. So I guess that since this is Granveld, then I need to replace the city of Ildebad with this right now. Unlock adventure card S15, Thief of Darkwoods, if you haven't yet. So I've got an adventure card, so this will be not a side quest but a main adventure, and reveal point of interest F. And F is the Palace of the Jarl of Storhaven. Go back to the Jarl to report your discoveries about the Ice Cult and your lead on the Snow Saga. Okay, so I think this is it. Yes, reveal point of interest F. So I can go back to the Jarl right now. So let's move here, no enemies, so we can in case we have an event, which is a dark chasm. It seems to be the only way forward. Each hero in the party must perform an agility 2 test. And each hero that succeeds, nothing happens. Each hero that fails gains 1 negative status with health. So let's see if I can succeed this. I've got 3 agility. I need only 2 from the bag. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. No agility yet. Damn it. Where is the agility? 5, 6. I've got 1 agility right now. I need 1 more. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Yes, I've got the 2nd agility, so nothing happens. I've successfully crossed the dark chasm. I can't do any explorations here, so I will move here back to the Jarl, and since there are no enemies here, I need an event, and the event is enemy troops. You have visions of vicious enemy troops marching in your direction. Move all enemies 1 region towards the closest hero if they have an arrow on them. So the Draugrs move over here, and these Draugrs move over here. So I can't explore right now because this isn't a region free of enemies, so I need to battle these Draugrs in the next round in order to reach the Jarl. So 1, 2, I think that this is gaining to the end of the adventure right now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, and let's start drawing right now. I've got 3, 1, 2, I will be trying to protect myself with Mocking Song right now, and I will try to activate the battle chant as well. All the protection I can get, and I will draw 3 additional ones. So this is a strike, definitely, and I will have the battle chant activated, and I don't need to draw anything more, to be honest, so I'll stick with this. I get 1 Chronicle point, I get this, +2 attack, +1 defense. I don't use any of the fasts right now still, and I will use the Mocking Song for protection, and now the first Draugr attack is a +0, and they launch a skill, exhaust or take +2 damage. I will take +2 damage, and I will remove this with this -2 damage, so I will take only 2 damage onto my character. And then the second Draugr attacks with -2, and they don't have this skill, so their attack is for 0. Okay, so now it's my turn. I attack with 4, which kills 1 of the Draugrs, because they have no shields. And then I will use 2 Chronicle points to fast attack from any 1 hero deals +3 damage, and I will use an attack from my Helping Hand, because this is one of the abilities I still can use, with 3, which will kill the second Draugr with 6 attack, and I will pay 2 Chronicle points to gain back 2 health. And this is my second leveling up in this adventure, because I'm getting an experience point for killing everything that was threatening me here. So this is the 3rd XP, and I already know what I will be, I think, leveling up. So 3 XP, 1, 2, 3 cards, and I will definitely grab the Mocking Song. I will put the Battle Hymn on top. I will place the God's Hymn on the bottom before the ultimates. Here we go, and the Mocking Song is being replaced, and we reshuffle the feat deck. Okay, no enemies here, so let's visit the Jarl once again. So this is entry 20 in our book. I'm not using the point of interest tokens too often, as you can see, because it's easy to remember for now everything that's going on. Once you return to Storhaven, the Jarl summons you to his private quarters. You report to him all that you have discovered and he listens in silence. We will need to investigate more on this mysterious ice cult, he says, rising. Nevertheless, you did a great thing for me and avenged honor of Storhaven. From this day forth, you shall be known as the Avenger of Wildland. You bow to him and join him and his house carls in a banquet, which this time goes without incident. Then you remember that a grim task still awaits you. Discard point of interest F. A hero in the party gains the title 08, which is the Avenger of Wildland, which will give me 1 red rune to the bag. Following the Jarl's request, you traveled to Drunveld to investigate the origins of Nedra. There you faced a fanatical ice cult. The mysteries surrounding the cult still remain, but in recognition of your feats of bravery and loyalty to the Jarl, you'll be known from this day onwards as the Avenger of Wildland. So this is my first title, and read entry C1 end. You return to Kirionti's tower, still unprepared to bid the last farewell to your old mentor. Kirionti's body is well preserved, another sign of his great powers in life. You clean the body with perfumed oils and place it on the funeral pyre. The flames rise tall and fierce, and within the smoke you see the ghostly figure of Kirionti. He warns you with a deep voice, borne on the roaring wind. Hear my words. It falls upon you to recover the Snow Saga. If you fail, Fimbulwinter will descend on all of Trudvang. The wind and image fade, and only the crackling flames remain. Your old mentor's time is at an end, but your adventure has just begun. This first adventure ends, but you can continue the game by selecting adventures from the one you have unlocked. Good luck. Okay guys, so I've successfully, as you can see, navigated through the first adventure. I managed to help Jarl Oktar, who will right now be here hosting us in his city of Storhaven. I have one side quest, the Shadow of Garm, with this silvery beard monk, and I can continue the adventure with the Thief of Dark Woods. And we'll see what happens there in another video here. For now, thank you very much guys for watching. My name was Lone Vic. This was the first chapter of the saga of Trudvang Legends, full of spoilers as you can see, but I hope that if you watch until the end, you've enjoyed the narration, the story and the gameplay. And if you have any comments, please use the comment section below the video. If you like my work here on the channel, click the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell to support the channel, be notified about new videos, help the channel grow. And right now I'm wrapping this up, and well, this is it for today. Thank you very much. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.